Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Christian with Rite-Way Detailing, your local certified ceramic pro installer. I appreciate you guys tuning into our YouTube channel. I really also want to thank you who's tuning in and everyone that's subscribed for your support. We've actually grown from 42 subscribers, which I know it sounds a little low, but we're new to YouTube and stuff, but I believe we jumped all the way up to 140, if not a little more. I got to double check today. Wow, I mean, I'm super blown away. I didn't even think, like, man, seeing 100 subscribers would have been great, but with your guys' continued support, we're going to be able to do so much more. Go to the track. Shift sector half mile is coming up. Not going to be able to make it to that because we have the job here today, but we're really planning on hitting the car community by storm with Ceramic Pro and Rite-Way Detailing as a lifestyle and as a brand and as a helpful tool to help you guys understand how to detail your car, or if you'd like us to do it, why you should choose us, what makes us, you know, different, what sets us apart, that we're certified, licensed, and insured, and we have a lot of experience. So I just want to say thank you very much. And also really quick, before we get into the video, there's going to be a separate segment at the end of the video. I just thought, you know, if you are very interested to kind of understand, I'm going to show the video, like show the car at the end of the video of me talking about a bunch of stuff. It's a little long, but I'm going to get right into working right now, so that's what you're going to see first. But that segment is going to be about how expensive our stuff is, and then the difference between us and everyone else with Ceramic Pro, why I chose them in my business. It's not extremely in-depth, but I think it could be very helpful to help you understand that you need to choose a certified installer for a coating company, and do not shop price, shop for value. So let me go ahead and turn you guys around. It seems to be working that, you know, when I actually show myself in the video, that we get a lot of feedback and things like that. People like, especially that Super Snake video, and I appreciate all the support we got. I think we got like 6,000 views or something like that on it. So you know, you can tune into the last segment if you want to kind of see what we're doing, but we're going to do the first step on this, which is the Iron X bath. So we got our Iron X in here. Pretty expensive product for a gallon. I think it's like close to 60 bucks for the iron free that we use. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this vehicle down. So we like a big mist. We don't like a direct spray. This is going to help remove all of the iron contaminants that are sitting on the surface from hard braking, rail dust from depending on where this was transported from. Some vehicles are worse than others. And then, but mostly it comes down the side of the vehicle. I can see a couple things already turning purple. That's what this product will do. It will start to react and turn purple. So we're just going to keep spraying this on the car. I got to be kind of quick because once I get to the sun side, I kind of got to move fast, and we don't really want to get it on the black trim. So let me dilute that back down real quick. It's not going to hurt it. It's just, it's a pain to kind of clean up sometimes if it's really warm. So let me dilute that back down, and then get this on the hood. So reason for this is, like I said, we do a ton of prep work. In our thing, you might kind of crack up because it's kind of weird, but we use dish soap and the hottest water possible. Not boiling, but scalding hot water coming out of the faucet. We use that to strip any wax or sealant from the surface so it's perfectly bare. And that basically just helps us to, when we go through the claying process, to make sure we're not touching the wax or sealant, that we're actually already removing it and then just focusing in on the paint and everything like that. So you'll see a lot of reaction here in a couple minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on. This should be plenty. It doesn't seem like there's a ton of reaction. So, and then this is enough. We don't have to soak everything. So we're gonna basically get the pressure washer real quick. And normally let it sit a little bit longer on the shaded side, but by the time I rinse down the hot side, it'll be okay. Let me set you guys down really quick. Let me fire this machine up, and we'll get moving into it. Sorry about that. So we're gonna go ahead and rinse this all off. Okay, so that's basically the iron bath. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do all-purpose cleaner on the front, inner fender wells, tires, and stuff like that. Get all the grime off of that, and then I'm gonna go into cleaning the wheels. So let's go ahead and move into that. I'm gonna need 2 hands to do that, so we'll tune you guys back in real shortly. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I already deep cleaned the wheels and did the all-purpose cleaner on it. We got the hot water and dish soap to basically remove any wax or sealant. So even this is brand new, most of the time they wipe it down with like a spray wax at the dealership. That's just gonna remove any protection that's on here. So let's go ahead and foam this thing up. We're gonna wash it. This also provides a lubricant between our wash mitt and 2-bucket method and then the paint surface, so we don't inflict any more scratches or transfer any dirt, but pretty much all of it is already washed off, so there's not a big deal to worry about it, but it's just an extra step. So let's go ahead and foam it up. So pretty much all foamed up. I'm gonna do a little bit more right now, and then I'll bring you guys back in when we start to clay everything. So I'm just gonna wash it and then re-foam it up and then bring the clay mitt out, and I'll pretty much ensure that everything is removed from the surface. It's bare, and we're gonna start moving it in and paint correcting it. So let's go. Okay, so I got it all foamed up. You got our nanoskin clay mitt, which is a beautiful, beautiful product. Love using it. You know, if a vehicle has a ton of contaminants and overspray and things of that nature, we'll use an actual hard original type of clay bar. I would say this is all kind of newer technology. So basically just clean out the bucket, put some more hot water, and then the dish soap. Of course, that's just the mitt hanging in there. I've already rinsed it out. Basically there's not too much. There's just, I can feel some roughness here and there. I don't know if you can really hear or not. That's contaminants on the surface, so there is some contamination, stuff like that, but we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all that by claying everything. So let me get in here to get a little bit more accurate pressure. So pretty much same process as a regular clay bar. It's a lot quicker, a lot bigger, so it covers more surface area. We got to really work the contours and stuff, because you could have a flat panel and it feel real good, and then all of a sudden you touch like in here and it could feel all rough. So yeah, make sure you go over everything evenly. We do all the headlights, everything. Of course, not the black trim, but you know, the glass, everything like that. We'll even clay the wheels sometimes, but that's when we actually take them off and feel for contaminants or overspray. So this is pretty much the process. I'm not going to bore you guys with more, so let's go ahead and get right into us pulling the vehicle in, and I'm going to actually have you guys see us doing the paint correction, and then we'll get into coating. Pull this into the home studio, and the first thing we're going to do right now is actually air dry it. So we use a electric leaf blower, and then we also use an air compressor, so it's going to come out really, really nice. And then we actually blow a lot of alcohol, or spray a lot of alcohol into the cracks and crevices to really get all the dirt and everything out, clean inside the emblems, and then we'll go ahead and make sure everything's all blown out, mask all the trim off. So just pulling it up a little further. We'll mask all the trim off and then begin the paint correction process. So we're gonna go ahead and plug the blower in. You can see it hasn't been dried off yet. So this just ensures, of course we'll pop the hood too, all the hatches, the doors, get all the water out of everything, and then wipe it all down with alcohol, and you know, blow it out with all the air compressor and everything like that. So that just makes sure we get everything, all the water and stuff out. So we'll do that, and then I'll bring you guys back in as we do some paint correction, because there are some scratches and swirl marks, even though it looks beautiful under these lights. So let's go ahead and move right into it and see how we're going to be able to restore all the defects and stuff like that, and bring the paint to absolute flawless number 10, or level 10 I should say. So let's go ahead and get right in. So furthermore on the paint correction, one of the big things that you got to focus on any vehicles if it has piano black trim is to correct it properly. So you can see how well all the rubber and trim is all masked off. That way we don't touch it whatsoever with any polisher, compound, things like that. So I just want to show you the piano black trim right here is really heavily swirled. I got a bunch of little water spots, things like that. And then we move over to what we did. Now it is completely corrected. It looks absolutely flawless. The other thing we're going to start doing too is offering a PPF for this. So if you do that, you ceramic coat it perfect. Actually buff it all out with a 1 or 2 stage or 3 stage and get it all perfect like this. Actually putting like XPEL or our Ceramic Pro Kavacha that's coming out, putting that over top of that will seal it so you won't be touching that, and then the PPF will go over top of it, and then we coat the PPF, and then basically it won't ever get scratched up like that again because the PPF has self-healing properties in it, and you'll basically have a flawless look pretty much for the life of the vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and keep moving forward on the correction. Just wanted to show you guys really in depth on this video kind of what we do and why it's so important not to skip these steps and don't cheap out. So that's cheaping out. I could wipe that down with a solvent prep and coat it. It'd be good to go and protect it, but you want it to be absolutely perfect like this. So we're going to keep moving forward and apply the rest of that to the entire vehicle, and we'll see you guys soon when we start to. Okay, so it's time to begin the process of coating the Santa Fe. So usually we'll do about 6 drops because we've already loaded the pad and did the hood. So let me set the top coat down. We're going to go ahead and butterfly the pad. So really make sure we get it all even, because sometimes we haven't had this happen, but you know, with the wrong applicator pad or whatever, if you don't load it correctly and then you start to just move on down the panel, we've gotten pretty good at product usage and everything, but if you get moving down on the panel, especially with light on a darker color car, if it's not evenly loaded and you don't butterfly it correctly, you can actually have like a miss, like a streak. But if you go over it, you know, all evenly, it'll basically will actually recoat itself and go over that line. But so everything's even. I got the lights a little further out, but I'm just going to start coating so you guys can kind of see what we do and what's going on. So we basically just go over all the surfaces evenly. I basically tuck everything in right here. Now if we go over, we always work the edges and stuff to make sure we buff it all off. So I just basically do each panel. And then the trim, so you see the trim ends right there. We'll do the trim real quick. That way everything looks just absolutely beautiful. It's nice and flowing. You know, there's something that's not going to be coated. So that's pretty much the process. You know, I usually am wearing a respirator, but you can't really hear me, so that's why I have it off. So we always wear a respirator because this stuff is pretty strong. The light's not too or the top coat's not too bad. But 9H and everything, I mean, you really can't stand it. You have to wear a respirator. So that's really how serious it is. So we'll just keep going over it evenly. Now you might see other videos where people have the real small things, and you know, they do like one quick little tiny square. You know, we're able to do pretty much a full panel at a time the way Ceramic Pro is formulated. Some of the stuff cures pretty quick, like 9H, but top coat's very nice. And I mean, the end result with top coat is just unmatched. Even with the bronze package, the gloss on it is absolutely crazy. So just finishing this up, and then we're gonna go ahead and then level it all off. So there's a lot that goes into the car before we get to this stage. And then, you know, the bronze is pretty simple, so, you know, that's why we're not charging a ton of money for it. You know, it's relatively low compared to, you know, our other packages and things like that, and it still gets a really nice job done. We just prefer doing the silver because, you know, it's going to last. I mean, the actual top coat, like if you actually, with our bronze package, if you actually do all the correct steps and keep it maintained properly, because the thing that people don't understand with a ceramic coating is It's oversold most of the time by competitors. It's very oversold that it's 100% scratch resistant, and then a lot of companies will self-claim that there's no maintenance that they have to do. You know, it's a one-time thing, you're good to go. And we're very open with people and tell them, hey, that's really not the case. And we have some of the most highest end or the highest end coatings in the industry, and we don't even claim, you know, all those different things. We are pretty scratch resistant, but we're not going to tell you, hey, you know, your car's never going to scratch. You know, you could rub up against you know, bushes, and or something hits you on the freeway. You know, this isn't going to protect against that. You know, it's going to prevent, you know, minor swirl marks and stuff like that from washing, because it's a hard coating now. So that's pretty much all leveled off, looking nice and glossy. But yeah, so, you know, when we put this coating on, and then, you know, it has to cure for 2 weeks. Let me just step over here. It's got to cure for about 2 weeks, and then after that we do our first initial wash for free. So we provide that, Rite-Way Detailing does. And then from then on, it's very simple to just get a ceramic care after soap, or ceramic aftercare soap, I should say, sorry. And then the 2-bucket method, like from Chemical Guys over there. And then, you know, a good foam gun. You know, if you have tap water at home, there's simple solutions like the CR Spotless, where you could get the Chemical Guys foam lance gun for the hose that has its own nozzle, and you can hook it up to the CR Spotless system. I think it's like $300. So, you know, once you get that initial investment over with, you know, you buy your products, which, you know, you should have them anyway, even if you have a waxed car, doing all that steps. You know, the initial investment, once that's done, it's such a breeze to take care of. Like, we have our Scat Pack out there right now. That's actually my father's Scat Pack. We've done all the work on it for him, and we worked together doing the design of the wrap and the stripes. That thing is absolutely trashed right now, but right now they're running to go get some water. We buy our water, you know, in our mobile van. It's very simple for them to wash it real quick. Spray some all-purpose cleaner on it. Okay, everyone, so I just want to show you kind of what we do on the wheels. So we jack it up properly, remove the wheels, and we basically strip all the this wheel. Actually, the other side had a ton of like grease splatter, or I don't know if there was like a wheel bearing or something like that, but tons of stuff just stuck to the wheel. So we got it all off, and then you can see down inside there we cleaned the barrel deeply behind the spokes, inside the lug holes, and then actually ceramic coated with 1 layer of Ceramic Pro wheel and caliper. So we do like a deep cleaning in the barrel with a little bit of brake clean and alcohol and stuff like that, and then do our stripper and cleaner, and then do the cleaner on the front side, and then we go ahead and coat it. So really make sure that we have a fully ceramic coated wheel. And then of course, you know, we get all around the tire and clean that up, and then dress it. So you can see, I mean, this metallic silver finish is going to look absolutely beautiful to accent the car. And we're going to go ahead and keep moving forward. All we got to do really is do the insides of the door jambs, and I think we just got to do the actual wiper blade itself, and then this trim piece on the front and back, just so they're coated, and then we'll should be wrapping this thing up. So we'll go ahead and tune in to the next clip, and then we should be finished up. Okay, the Hyundai Santa Fe is all finished up with our bronze exterior package after doing the one-step paint correction like we showed you before, of removing pretty much about 90% of all the swirl marks, the water spots out of all the glass. So the glass is coated with 1 layer of rain and the side mirror, so all the glass around the whole car. 1 layer of Ceramic Pro top coat on everything on the exterior. We did Ceramic Pro plastic on the inner fender wells, so they're nice and clean, look like they were just painted. Did the wheels off, and then just did a light interior detail on it, and the customer is coming to pick it up. So hopefully you guys learned a lot from this video of us going through the different steps and processes. And like I said, there's gonna be a little clip afterwards kind of explaining why you have to shop value, not the cheapest price, and why that costs you more in the end. So just go for value. So Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We appreciate all the growth we've been having. If you like this video, hit that like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got a lot more coming, and with your guys' support, we'll be able to do a lot more how-tos, go to racing events and car shows, all sorts of things like that. So with that, we're going to tune out and have a great day.